So this is just one of several damage control tweets posted by the FBI on July 12th, just a few hours after Christopher Wray's appearance before the House Judiciary Committee. So the thing that's really interesting about this is how horribly ratioed it was by on Twitter. So let's take a look. So here we go. Because this is a bald-faced lie, we can only assume everything you say or declare is similarly untruthful. Yeah, speaking of that, yeah, we see on the other damage control tweets by the FBI, same result. Like because they're like the one of denying that the FBI had anything to do with planning undercover or instigated the violence on January 6th. Hello, Ray Apps. Okay. You guys are sounding really desperate today. Oh, and here's something posted by a video posted by Matt Gates. Do you want to see it? Okay, let's take a look.
I will say to you the same thing that I said to all 56 of our field offices as soon as I read the memo, which is that the FBI is not in the business of investigating or policing speech at school board meetings or anywhere else for that matter, and we're not going to start now.
Mr. Friend, you ever been to a school board meeting?
Yes, I have.
FBI ever sent you to the parking lot of a school board meeting?
Yes, they have.
And in the parking lot of a school board meeting where the FBI sent you, you were taking down information regarding people's license plates.
That's correct.
Now, it wasn't the first time you'd been to a school board meeting, was it?
No, I went on my own as a private citizen.
As a parent?
Yes.
And so there you were. It must have been quite an interesting perspective. There you were taking down the information of people, parents attending school board meetings on behest of the FBI, and you had been one of those parents at a school board meeting. How did that feel?
Well, after I attended privately, my colleagues teased me that they were probably going to start investigating me.
You used to go after the worst of the worst, didn't you?
Yes, I believe so.
You went after people who looked at child porn?
Yes.
People who were sexually exploiting children?
Yes.
And then you were in the parking lot of a school board meeting, taking down the information of parents. What happened to the cases that you were working to protect our communities from the worst predators that exist?
I was told they were not to be resourced, and then after I was suspended, they were handed off to local law enforcement.
Wow, so the FBI just decided it was more important to have you in that parking lot of that school board meeting than getting the worst of the worst away from people that they could harm.
That's correct.
All the FBI does is lie. We used to support you. Now we want you dismantled piece by piece. You have lost the public trust. Here's another one. I'm confused. If the FBI is telling the truth here, why are there photos in my file of me praying at my Catholic church on several occasions? I heard that from your agents. Is there or is there not a unit in the FBI that investigates parents at school board meetings? Has this unit placed terrorism flags on any of those parents? The indications we have gotten are the answers are yes and yes, which would make Ray's assertions here false. You mean he's lying? Yeah, he is lying, but he covers his lies up with obfuscations. Very, very untransparent person. Just here for the ratio. Oh, this is funny. That's right. That's why we're here, folks. We're here for the ratio. Oh, now here's a little blast from the pretty recent past. Did any FBI agents, confidential informants, actively participate in the events of January 6th? Yes or no? I can't answer that question. Now, that refers back to when Ted Cruz was asking that female deputy attorney general. She couldn't answer. She couldn't give a yes or no. And by the way, there's another thread where the FBI is getting ratio on denying that they on their participation in January 6th. Not in the business of policing speech, unquote. I'll go on record as saying that was the most brazen lie of the day from FBI Director Wray, and that's saying something considered how many others he spewed forth today. You, FBI, should never investigate parents at all at any school board meetings. That should be left to the county sheriff level and local police. Your excuse is just more Chris Wray type gaslighting. And since the meetings are recorded and more often videotaped, there never was a need for any crafty worded duplicitous emails to be sent out in the first place by the FBI. The FBI got its hand slapped just before it put its finger in the pie. A plurality of Americans believe you are weaponizing the FBI. In fact, whistleblowers associated with the operations have come forward before you punish them. You are a threat to freedom. Just here for yet another ratio. Well, that's another one, so are we. Today's use of social media to attempt to manage the agency's optics while Wray is testifying appears to be a deliberate influence operation. Is this an ethical use of the agency resources? Probably not, but this is the least of their sins. But you know what? I am glad that they are doing this damage control because like I said, here for the ratio, and it's hilarious and entertaining. Why do you all keep tweeting? You're literally just exposing yourselves and bringing even more attention to your blatant, treasonous crimes. Every time you say you didn't do something, we know you did. Everybody knows you did. And yet, according to congressional testimony, agents, whistleblowers, under oath, confirmed FBI indeed took license plate numbers from parents at school board meetings. You're starting to sound like a bad parody account. Yeah, that's a good description of the FBI damage control tweets. Liars, liars, we saw you liars swarm the parents. Oh, damn, the ratio is real. Investigate that. Stop talking. The American people, or a huge proportion of them, have lost all faith in the FBI. It was you guys that made it political. Absolutely. I mean, have we ever seen a more political FBI? It's like politics on steroids. Time for change, 2024. No FBI, new ABI, American Bureau of Investigation, to clean up and replace the FBI. Not according to Steve Friend. That was one of the FBI whistleblowers who contradicted Chris Wray on this point. Yeah, he perjured himself, but then lying under oath never bothered him before. The FBI are the Stasi police of the DNC. That's a very good description of what the FBI has become. The Stasi police of the DNC. Absolutely. Dude, agents have said they were tasked with recording license plate at school board meetings. You do understand no informed person believes you, Wray, or you, right? And all those meetings that we know the FBI was having with social media to censor speech are invalidated by one guy claiming it didn't happen. The first thing to go will be the FBI social media budget. Did they not collude and pay money to social media companies to restrict Americans' free speech? Stop the charade, FBI PR person. FBI lie 24/7. Once proud organization is complete partisan. Even the corrupt J. Edgar Hoover couldn't hold a match to corrupt Chris Wray. Actually, that's right. You know, I recently read or listened to an audiobook about J. Edgar Hoover, G-Man, very good. Anyway, even though J. Edgar Hoover had his faults, he was very, very careful to not antagonize Congress the way Christopher Wray has. And so that's one big difference between them. Can't wait for the inevitable house cleaning coming your way. I see many firings in leadership's future. Let's hope so. I mean, that's something right at the beginning of 2025. That's first on the to-do list. Deal with Chris Wray's corrupted, politically weaponized FBI. Please release a statement about the Biden shakedown. Keep waiting. You're not going to get that. Not from Chris Wray. This thread goes on and on and on. And you know what? It's 100% negative, not believing a word Chris Wray said. So we'll just end it with this one here from Hector Pena. Never seen so many tweets. Damage control? Absolutely. I mean, that's true. They have. This isn't the only post by the FBI on July 12th, following Wray's horrible appearance before Congress. So they really are. The FBI is in damage control. Of course, does it ever occur to them that maybe they can control the damage by acting the way the FBI is supposed to, namely not as a politically weaponized division of the DNC? So the other guy that tweeted that, the Stasi arm of the DNC, absolutely correct. So this is just kind of hilarious to see, not only on this tweet thread, but on the other tweets that the FBI desperately posted just in the last within the last day of damage control, just to see how laughably and horribly ratioed they were. Like 100% negative, 100% negative.